So I just found out that I have prostate cancer. I'm a little shocked, but not really because my dad had it. I don't know what to feel. They said it was low to mid-grade, but that they were urging me to remove it because I'm still young and healthy and probably have 30 more years to live. Still a little sobering though.
I'm Eric Sandoval, and I was one of those new cases in 2024, and it rocked my world.
We think prostate cancer was an old guy's disease, right?
Not anymore, though. I'm going to show you how this disease is hitting younger and younger men like me. What doctors say is the one solution to preventing people from dying from this, and the one thing that's standing in their way. Okay, a quick anatomy lesson. The prostate is part of a man's reproductive system. It's a gland that sits right below a man's bladder. Doctors measure its health by testing its PSA levels, or prostate-specific antigen. A normal range is anywhere between 0 and 2.5 nanograms per milliliter. Mine was 10.5, so something wasn't right.
I'm Onio Cotier. I'm a urologist here in Indiana.
That's right, Dr. Akoti is a urologist, and he found out he had prostate cancer because of his PSA levels. They were also high. He also didn't have any symptoms.
Did you ever think that you would be a prostate cancer patient, being on your side of the medical aisle?
Oh, yeah, good question. I definitely had a family history of prostate cancer, so it was something that was kind of on my radar. Definitely not maybe at this age, but kind of imagined it.
How old are you?
46.
That's young.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
We both went to the same surgeon here at Advent Health Celebration. Dr. Vipul Patel is known all over the world as a pioneer in the way that he treats people with prostate cancer.
So here's the prostate right here.
I first met Dr. Patel 10 years ago when I did a story on his cutting-edge robotic surgery.
Does it make you nervous at all not being in the same room as the patient?
I never thought I'd be on the other side.
I just finished my last day of work before my surgery. Everybody was hugging me and wishing me good luck, and it was nice. It sort of had a finality to it I didn't expect, and I'm getting a little emotional about it. But it's all good things, right? Right.
You gonna go with me for walks? Come on. Come on. My nursemaid.
Imagine this many cases. You would expect someone to be completely burned out, hate what they do.
Yeah.
It's just the opposite. Each year we actually, I think, do better.
Patel has now performed more than 18,000 prostate surgeries. As a matter of fact, I was patient 18,001.
I'm looking through a camera that has 10x magnification in 3D vision, in depth perception.
He uses a machine called the Da Vinci robot.
These robotic hands are tiny, but these 8mm instruments can do exactly what my hands can do inside the body.
Would you say this is a better way to suture, or would you just say it's different?
Oh, it's much better. It's much more precise than we could do open because we can see better.
Can I apologize to the patient before
No,
we
it's fine.
start?
And patient's plastic.
And I found out it takes a lot of skill.
There you go. It's almost there.
You make it look so easy. When you, approach an exam room like this, you have the little folder that basically gives you your brief like this. You're seeing men younger and younger and younger.
For sure.
When you see that age that says, mid 40s, early 40s, what do you think?
We know it's a different discussion. They're always scared. The last thing they want to know is about prostate cancer. They have other issues going on, work, kids, young kids, and they're just like, why me? I think it's always a harder discussion because everything's on the line.
Dr. Patel and his colleagues authored this research paper where they tracked more than 11,000 patients who had prostate removal surgery. They found that they were treating younger patients with higher grade diseases, and the increasing number of high-risk patients has led to worse side effects after surgery.
Do you think there should be guidelines for younger men to get screened or get screened at a younger age?
So it makes no sense to me why you would not screen for the second leading cause of death in men of cancer when you screen for other things that are less more morbid in many ways.
So the United States is actually behind some countries.
We've gone behind.
Those guidelines are created by the U.S. Preventative Services Task Force. Now, right now, they recommend men ages 55 to 69 years old discuss the possibility of testing their PSA levels with their doctor, especially if they have a family history. No testing is recommended for men over 70 or under the age of 55.
Guys less than 55 are a huge part of our practice in prostate cancer, getting high-risk prostate cancers, and they're not even mentioned in the guidelines. And that's a problem.
We contacted the U.S. Preventative Services Task Force and asked them if they plan to update their recommendations. They responded saying, "We are currently reviewing the latest evidence to update our recommendation. And while we can't speak to what we will find since we're in the middle of this process, the task force is deeply committed to understanding everything that the research tells us and using that to provide guidance that can help men live the longest, healthiest lives possible." They said they couldn't predict when their review would be done.
So why don't all men just get a PSA test? Well, the answer's not that simple. Some insurance doesn't cover it. Some states mandate it, some states don't mandate it, and some insurance only covers it if you have a family history like I did, or if you're over the age of 55.
I got my blood test yesterday as part of my follow-up with my oncologist because my PSA levels after my prostatectomy was 0.11, and while that went down a lot from over 10 just a few months ago, it still wasn't low enough, especially for him, especially for me. So he wanted to have it checked, and our biggest fear was that it was going to go up, which means that there is still cancer inside. So I got my results back this morning, yes, on a holiday, and it was 0.08. It went down. So that's good news. Of course, I'm a perfectionist and I don't want it to be registering. I want it to be non-detectable.
Do you see what you do here as a solution to the problem?
I think it's one of the solutions. If we can catch prostate cancer early enough, we know the cure rates are very high. Ultimately, we need to do a better job in screening. We need to have better options for screening and for management. I still think we have a long way to go.
I want to thank you for helping me.
You're welcome. That's our job, and we enjoy it.
We'd like to hear what you think about the topic. Leave us a comment below. And be sure to subscribe to our Solutionaries channel. We're just getting started.